Tripping sack on 10 milligrams tonight. Yo, what's going on? It's someone that's no one, and welcome back to today's report. Today's report is coming from TT371 off Reddit. When this happened, April 5th to the 6th, 2020. The drug used was Benztropine at a dose of 10 milligrams, and the setting in the room. So for right now, this was really only the report I could find that wasn't in a combination, or only barely even a paragraph, or from a case study. But benztropine is a substance we introduced within a combination not too long ago, so here we are to introduce it by itself to see what it can potentially do. If you don't know, it is technically a deliriant, and we'll break it down somewhat at the end more. Also in this report, there will be a raw reading and a translated reading. What I mean by that is his typing does turn into gibberish at some points, so I'll read out the gibberish line as is, then I'll present what I think the best translation is for that, so you can kind of understand what he's actually saying. So I hope you all enjoy this one. Without further ado, let's dive right into this. Just as the title says, benztropine is a medicine used for essential tremors, in my case at least, as well as a few other things. It has both dopamine reuptake inhibition properties and anticholinergic properties. Half of those of atropine by milligram. It's basically a euphoric deliriant as opposed to a dysphoric one. Unfortunately, due to my body temperature increasing, 10 milligrams is about the most I can safely take. I will describe my experience here, taken 30 minutes ago at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. 1 hour in, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. I feel light. Music is starting to sound better. Mild closed-eye visuals. Also, I just feel warm and fuzzy. But that's the dopamine reuptake inhibition, not the anticholinergic effects. 1 hour, 30 minutes in, 11 Eastern Standard Time. The walls are sorta ripping now, and the color fuck Pattersons are appearing. Here's the translation for that. The walls are sorta breathing now, and the colorful patterns are appearing. My room is menacing as fuck on this, and at night. 4 hours in, Eastern Standard Time, AM. Psst, duxolutely. Fucking wasted, but having Adam's good time. Here's the translation for that. 4 hours in, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Absolutely fucking wasted, but having amounts of good time. Spiders on my wall. This was lots of fun. I was able to experience hallucinations without the amnesia and fucked upness of DPH. The typing was sort of more like drunk typing rather than delirium typing. I could hold a thought together, and I knew I was high. Definitely try this if you can. It's prescription only for tremors, Parkinson's, or side effects of medicines. But it's worth it if you can find it. So this is a much more obscure substance and really hasn't been explored heavily in search of delirium effects. A big reason for this is probably because it's prescription only. As TT371 mentioned in this report, it's mainly prescribed for movement-based disorders, most commonly being Parkinson's disease or dystonia. It's also been used for the same reasons for movements brought on by antipsychotic medications. Now the main effects that benztropine will provide are due to its anticholinergic and antihistaminic properties. Commonly, you can think of something like DPH or datura. In fact, as mentioned in this report, studies have found this to be about half the strength of atropine, a common alkaloid found in datura. In medical doses, this would ideally work to help calm the muscles. This would also come with common side effects like dry mouth, dizziness, increased body temp, and much more. In overdoses, which in this report it would be considered such, you can expect a bit more severe physical and mental effects typical to deliriants. This would include possible delirium, increased heart rate, possible nausea, dehydration, strong drowsiness, and much more. Just like with other anticholinergics and antihistamines, the potential for strong physical harm in overdoses is very real and can be serious. Normally, this is prescribed no more than 2 milligrams per dose and not advised above 6 milligrams per day. But beyond just having these deliriant-like properties, benztropine also acts as a dopamine reuptake inhibitor, which if you don't know what that is, cocaine would be a very common example. Now, based off studies, it does seem to affect the brain differently compared to cocaine, while still having effects on dopamine, but one's behavior seems to be much more easier regulated, which maybe this is due to the sedative effects brought on by the substance, but because of this substance could potentially also be utilized in helping those with cocaine addiction, possibly other types of addictions as well. But this drug is pretty interesting overall, and there isn't a whole ton of research on it in terms of recreational effects, if any can be found. According to this report, it can be found, but delirium is also a very real possibility with this substance. It also seems to work well for what it's being prescribed for though. Possibly could be used for more if the right information is found. But there's more to learn of benztropine. For example, long-term use has suggested potential neoplasm, which if you don't know, is abnormal growth of cells. Either way, I'd be down to bring some more reports and stories of benztropine, especially if you have any reports of your own on the substance. Definitely send one in if you can. But we're going to end it there today. If you guys did like this report, want to see more, let me know what you want to see in the comments below and I'll get to it. If you guys did like the video, do me a favor and hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, hey, hit the sub button too. Follow the socials if you can. Share the video. It's been someone that's no one, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.